Welcome back to the pregame with the night nurse. As you see, I'm flying solo tonight. We're gonna touch on a beautiful topic. This is our safe space where you can say what you need to say, no judgment, information, conversation. We're doing the whole thing. So, right now we are at the MQFactory. We are wrapping up our Pink Mission Summit, and I am here with the lovely Mrs. Kia Harris-Carr. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, we're here today. She's coming on multiple platforms. She's coming, as you know, this month is October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She's coming not only as a thriver, but as a medical professional and as the founder of a foundation. So, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to let you tell me, one, about yourself, and then we'll just go from there into all these other beautiful things that you're a part of.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for having me.
No,
This is
thank
such
you
an
for
important
coming.
topic, and I'm happy to just say hello to your audience and bring this very important topic to your audience. I am Kia Harris-Carr. I am a breast and ovarian cancer survivor, diagnosed within 32 days of each other
Yes.
at the age of 36. And
Okay.
so a lot of what we talked about here today at the summit was really geared around early detection. How do we get ahead of these diagnoses? What do we do once we have them? And finding the care and the treatment that's important to a specific individual when they're in this position.
So one thing I will say that I really appreciated, when we hear breast cancer, a lot of times people like to think it's quote unquote a death sentence. One thing you really hit on today was that you can have this, you can go through it, you can live through it, you can make it through the other side. Can you touch on a little bit of self-care as far as when you have to go through this process, because it's scary and the support is important, and sometimes we don't know the support that we have until we're in it or where to go find it.
Absolutely. Having a village is important. And people tend to think when you say village that you mean this never ending gathering of people. Your village could be one person. Your village could be your best friend. It could be your mate. It could be your physician
Right.
in some spaces. But having a village of support is so significant to that self-care. That's the first piece of self-care. You need a safe space to break.
Yes.
And so many of us that go through this are leaders. We are in positions of overseeing things. We are mothers. We're wives.
Yes.
We are heads of companies.
Yes.
But how do you fall apart without the world thinking it's your end?
Right.
Because there's certain people that you don't cry in front of. There's certain people that everybody calls you.
You're that strong person.
Right.
You're that go-to.
Exactly. And so who do you break to?
Right.
Is such a significant part of self-care, but being graceful with yourself.
Yes.
If you don't feel like getting out of bed, don't get out of bed.
Right.
And you don't have to explain or justify that to anybody.
It's okay not to be okay.
It is perfectly okay not to be okay. But also knowing when you get to a point where not being okay has gone so far that you need to know where to connect.
Right.
And so that is so important. If you want to read a book, if you want to take a bath, if you want to go walk to the top of a mountain and scream your heart out,
Do that.
whatever self-care looks like for you is very personal to each person.
So, this is really special to me and hits me a little differently because, as we had talked off camera, I'm a nurse and you are a
Clinical director.
clinical director. So we are both in the medical field, and I kind of felt very motivated today. Just because being in the medical field, like I said, we get that bad connotation that kind of like nurses and medical eat their young alive, which is horrible. And to see so many beautiful faces up here, different shades, all from different walks of life, it encouraged me not only as a medical professional, but as a Black female. This was the atonement of Black girl magic here today, as far as I'm concerned. And to be able to sit here with somebody else that's in the medical field puts a whole different spin on it. And like you said, a big thing that you touched on that I think is huge is that, and again, not to take away from men and everything that they carry, but as women, we wear a lot of hats, and we do it unapologetically. We do it when we're tired. We do it when we don't have any energy to give. We do it. So it was nice to see us coming together to do something for us. And breast cancer does not only affect females, which is a very big, I guess, misunderstood thing. So it was also nice to have some men in the building that were able to take that information back. So with that, I also said that you have a foundation. Can you tell me a little bit about your foundation?
Sure. Beautiful Faces Foundation was birthed literally while I sat in waiting rooms doing my own cancer treatment.
Okay.
I looked around me and I was very fortunate to have a strong village, meaning my family, my immediate family, and some wonderful friends. But I looked around at the people that were there by themselves. I looked around at the people that maybe didn't have those connectors that we talked about. And I said, how do we connect to these people?
Right.
I had conversations with people that literally said to me, Kia, do I pay my mortgage or am I going to pay for this prescription that maybe my insurance doesn't cover?
Right.
And I went home and what screamed at me at the end of the day was connect.
Right.
What are you going to do to help these people? Because you're here for a reason.
Right.
And so when I put together the pieces of Beautiful Faces, it was also very important to me that if you're a pink ribbon, you don't have to get in this line. If you're a yellow ribbon, you don't have to get in this line. And so I wanted everybody to be able to have a space where they get the resources that they need.
Right.
And so while it started from my personal journey with breast and ovarian, we service any cancer patient throughout the United States.
Okay.
So whatever color ribbon
you
own,
yes, ma'am,
bring it here.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I also wanted a space where we spend so much time, energy, effort. We put so much money into the research, which is very important on its platform.
Yes.
But where do we connect with the people that literally need help paying their co-payments?
Right.
That need a ride to their appointment.
The basics.
That didn't go to that mammogram because she didn't have the $40 co-payment.
Right.
Those were the real life instances. Here is the problem. Here is the solution that I built this foundation around.
Okay.
And so the programs and services that we offer are real life things. We will accompany you to your appointment if you don't have someone to go with you.
Okay.
We will help you financially. Let's if it's $40 that's keeping you away from getting to
Let's
that
get you
mammogram,
that $40.
Let's get it to you.
Yes.
And so those were the types of things that really laid on my heart as I developed the foundation.
So I promised you we weren't gonna run it too long. We've had a long day.
We did.
We still have lives outside of here. I want to tip my hat to you and tell you thank you for what you did today. I don't think you understand how much you probably reached so many people on so many different levels, whether it be the information, whether it be them knowing that it's okay not to be okay. Sometimes we need to hear, like, we're walking around and we're functioning, but we're not okay, and that's okay. And I want to tip my hat to you because you did not let this stop you. You continue to thrive and push on throughout anything. And if that's not motivation for people out here, then I don't know what is. If you can handle this beast with your support system and still live the life that you're living, then it's no reason why we all shouldn't continue to try.
Very true. The way we live is so much more significant than the way we think we're going to die. And so that's what
Say that again.
The way we live is so much more significant than the way we think we're going to die. That's what I want people to focus on. Don't focus on how much time you have left.
Right.
Focus on what you're going to do with the time that you have left.
And with that, there's really not too much more to say. I want to thank you for coming on. Again, I appreciate you. For one more time, look into the camera and tell them the name of your foundation and how they can reach you if there's the resources they need.
It's Beautiful Faces Foundation. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Beautiful Faces. You can call us, send us a message. You can even message us privately. We do have a texting feature. If you feel like you don't want to get on the phone, send a text message and one of our care team members will respond back to you.
I want to thank you all. I'll see you next time on the pregame.